This wine is brought to you by a guy named Andrew Jones, who for years and years has been one of the premier vineyard guys in Central and Southern California. He's someone who plants vineyards, who consults for vineyards, manages lots of different vineyard sites, and along the way he decided to start making his own wine because people were saying, hey, you got access to all this extra fruit, you should check it out, you should try making some of your own stuff. And so he did. Also happens to be a branding genius and a really good writer, and so he's a really good storyteller as it pertains to vineyards and wine. This is his Tommytown Carignan 2019. This is coming to us from a vineyard in Santa Barbara, which also doubles as a racehorse raising facility while also having vineyards all around. Now, Carignan is from Spain, but it's planted in southern France and other parts of the Mediterranean, similar to Grenache or Garnacha in that way. And Carignan's interesting because it is usually a coarser grape that sometimes has some sort of angular and rustic elements. And you see that on display here a little bit, but what I love about this one is that it's smoky, it's green, it's vegetal, has some really cool fruit notes happening as well, but this is a wine that just begs for food to me. It has so many interesting qualities that make me want to pair it with barbecue or anything cooked over an open fire or grill. Let's taste it really quick and talk about it. On the nose here, lots of savory notes come to the forefront. So savory herbs like thyme and rosemary and tarragon. When I think about fruit, there's like some cherry compote and some sort of grape jam happening, but on a very lower level in terms of fruit compared to all the savory things happening. You also have sort of roasted beets and caramelized onions and some of those sweeter vegetal notes that come out of this wine. On the palate, still very smoky and savory. A little more fruit coming through on the palate. And not a particularly tannic wine. This is not a sledgehammer. It's not going to break your palate up. This is a wine that, although it's fruit forward in some ways and vegetal forward in other ways, I think this is going to shine best with food. So get something smoky, whether that's a rack of ribs that you marinate overnight and then spend all day smoking, or whether that's just a few sort of hanger steaks that you throw a little bit of peppercorn marinade on and cook that day. I think this is something that is really going to shine best with food. So think about what you're going to have with this, and something that hits all those vegetal and herbal and green elements that this wine has. It is totally unlike anything I've ever tasted before. So I hope you enjoy it. Cheers.